So coming back to this organic discussion that you said, so this is very dear to my heart, because organic, my understanding is that yes, there's a lot of pesticides and everything, and they are growing organically, which might be, logically speaking, it looks good on your paper. It looks supposed to be good on your gut as well. But two things: one is it is expensive, and then two is, should we have to buy everything, or only that is listed on the dirty dozen list, where these are all the things that is in the top ingredient where you need to buy organic? What do you say?
Number one, I always say your staples, the grain, pulses, legumes. If you can get that to be organic, that is nearly 45 to 50, 60% of your food consumption pattern. Then we move into dairy and eggs. If you're a vegetarian, from that perspective, if those can be going into free range and hens that are not antibiotic and hormonally fed, then you're another step closer to being organic. And then comes your fruits and vegetables. And as you mentioned, the dirty dozen.
Dirty doesn't explain to the audience what.
So dirty dozen. The World Health Organization came out and said that they analyzed all the foods on the planet, and the dirty dozen was a term coined to say which are the foods with the highest sprayed pesticide and insecticide content on it. And at the top of my head, I remember that most berries, spinach, are there on the tomatoes are on the highly sprayed versions of pesticides. So two things I do is, if I do not have control of knowing that it is organic when I purchase it, I make sure I wash it well. And that's one reason, doctor, I try and encourage people not to eat outside. Because if you go behind the scenes, in a lot of places in India, the rice, the staples, the vegetables, or maybe the fruits are not washed before cooked. So
you would expect them to.
Your dirty dozen raised to X squared, right? So, like I was talking to my hotel, I was like, "Are your eggs organic?" And so they looked at me with a blank look. And we're talking about a star property, right? And you're paying in the dollar rate to live in this current city in India we are in, which is Mumbai. And I was like, dude, but if I'm going to be paying so much for a room, and you give me all of these lovely soaps and all of these like exotic stuff, but my anda is not organic. So these are the perspectives I think we need to have dialogue and discussion about. And I'm hoping I can poke that one or two followers out there saying that when you travel, don't eat outside. If you have to eat outside, limit your portion. And your concept, fasting from morning to evening, brilliant. So if I'm one day in Bombay, I do fruit fast. So I carry my fruit. I know it's organic. I drink my own water. My body should survive. After all, Dr. Pal, we are not walking 22 kilometers right now. Desk jockeys. The world is desk jockeys. We're eating too much. Eat less.
So when you say fruits and sugars,
yeah,
fruits and vegetables, then that comes this whole. So okay, let me just bring the bottom line of the organic. So you were saying that go organic as much as possible, correct?
Absolutely, go organic. Your liver and kidney will thank you 25 years later, and even the gut will be like, I really love you, because we don't need to see Dr. Pal right now for some invasive in and out procedure, because you've dumped a lot of chemicals inside of me.
So you don't want my prescription, you want my subscription.
I want your subscription because I'm so happy that a doctor is talking about organic, a doctor's talking about nutrition, a doctor's telling people fast, right? Because the other part is take medicine, do medical procedure.
Correct.
So you've broken the norm. And so, like all of us nutritionists and dietitians love you, so like you're on our part of the world. Like, you have a medical problem? No, you have no medical problems. Even the medical doctor saying eat correctly.
I feel like, nutritionists should be above doctors, because I feel like doctors has to be put to work only with diseases that is not being controlled by nutrition.
If I can return the compliment, when the nutritionist has failed in his or her job, then they need to go to the
Yeah,
doctor.
yeah, yes. Of course. If you have a
know?
bad nutritionist, then
Yeah.
you should come to us.
Or at the end of the day, it's all about influencing people.
Correct.
And I think the doctors of today actually need to become the nutritionists of tomorrow.